life.
At this time, I'd like to invite all the guests of the Opera House into the back lobby so we can watch the prologue presentation, Great Moments, Mr. Lincoln on the screen. The prologue presentation is short form and films directly through the contents, and yes, Mr. Walt Disney himself will be described as beloved attractions to you directly. For you may not know this, but Abraham Lincoln was Walt Disney's childhood hero. Now please remember that there's no eating, drinking, or smoking in the theater whatsoever. If you have any of those, plan to finish the set, put those away, or throw those away. As there is no baby stroller parked inside our theater during the show, you got about 6 minutes to park your baby strollers on the outside of the house.
Steve Walker, what's going
On the
on?
right or left-hand side.
He's not too far from us.
Really?
The Bronx Eagle, the
He's a Californian.
Are two widest, flattest aisles to accommodate you. So next few moments,
Oh, we got thumbs up, yay!
There are 2 likes. There's only one person watching now. Somebody left.
30-second show of Great Moments with Mr. Lincoln. So come on, into the back lobby.
Well, we
are currently in Anaheim.
At Disneyland.
Because Disneyland is not actually closed yet.
Not yet. Tomorrow.
Closed tomorrow.
Put us right under the speaker.
Apparently so. Not on purpose.
While you are waiting to enter the theater, may we present as a prologue a brief bit of background about Great Moments with Mr. Lincoln.
Great Moments with Mr. Lincoln. Hopefully we don't get a copyright.
We're live.
Shut us down.
You're not monetized, so it don't matter.
They don't care about me.
So how are things in Temecula?
You guessed it. He guessed we were here. Because why not? Hey, Greg!
Hello, Expedition Greg.
Oh, my butt came off. I'm getting stabbed by a pin. Hey, bestie! I lost the back. Can you see? It was stabbing me.
2 pins then, or 2 extra backs then, huh?
Well, a member of the state legislature has to dress up with his job.
The play we've been working on was shut down because of the... Oh, shoot. Sorry. Well, they're closing Disneyland tomorrow, and we're here today celebrating our anniversary. I can't put this down because I'm expecting. Hold it. Please.
I stand here today.
Simply
On behalf of
amazing. We're
these
sitting
young
right
men,
underneath the speaker at
I think they'll
the
go far.
Great
But
Moments
it's
with
your
Mr. Lincoln
responsibility,
in the
gentlemen,
Lincoln Theater.
which way they go
And I'm
far.
trying one-handed to put this pin back
Gentlemen, you can give them a chance
because it's stabbing me.
to become morally responsible.
That's not good.
I asked one of the soldiers
So you can kind of hear it.
who is dead in the White House,
Yay, I'm glad you come
and he
too.
answered, the president.
And
He
we're
was
sitting
killed by an
where everybody
assassin.
can see us, so everybody's watching us over the screen.
And
On top of our
allowed the
heads.
first
So
briefing
they're watching
crowd
us.
awoke me from my
They're all
dream.
watching us like, what are you doing, you weirdos? Sitting here with the phone in your hand. And I'm awesome because I just did this with one hand. And I'm holding the phone.
Somebody left.
Ever since I was a youngster,
Look at that.
I've had a great personal admiration for Abraham Lincoln.
That's what I think about.
So when we
Disneyland
decided to
closing.
bring to
Somebody
Disneyland
left somebody
visitors
else's back.
some great moments in Mr. Lincoln's life, we began an exhaustive research.
Somebody is videoing me.
We wanted to bring to the people of today the inspiring words of the man who held this nation together during its moment of greatest crisis, the Civil War. To start with, we were
Is this so
fortunate
funny?
in being able to secure
I
this
got some more.
life
I don't know
mask
if you can see
of
them.
the 16th president. How do we get this, Blaine?
This is actually a copy of an original life mask by the sculptor Leonard Volk.
Before Lincoln was president,
Before Lincoln was president.
before he had a beard.
Look at it.
During our exhaustive research into Lincoln's life, we studied his mannerisms, his gestures, and even his voice characteristics to create a faithful likeness of this honest man. The final result is so lifelike
Thank you,
that
Greg.
you might find it hard to
Thank you,
believe.
Greg.
Now let's go into the Opera House and listen carefully to the words of Mr. Lincoln, spoken by him a
Listen to Mr.
century ago,
Lincoln.
but which still apply today to free men everywhere. And now, ladies and gentlemen, if you will pass through the doors leading to our theater, we welcome you to Great Moments with Mr. Lincoln.
All right, guests of the Opera House, please join us into our theater, our 14-minute, 30-second moments, Mr. Lincoln is about to begin.
time?
For those of you in the back lobby,
Look at
please stand behind the red stripe.
Look at Great, look.
Safety stripe.
Show 'em
or
the
heavy
screen.
metal electronic
Look at it,
doors
hang on.
looking towards us, so do be careful with that. Please remember that there's no eating, drinking, or smoking in the theater whatsoever. Please finish those up, put those away, or throw those away.
You
If you can't
hang
eat
on to your
without your
finger
drinks
fast.
and
only good
treats,
thing about all
just
this.
wait another 15 minutes. The show will start 15 minutes from now. As there's no baby stroller parked inside the theater during the show, you get about 2 minutes for baby strollers on the outside of our opera house, right in front of our glass doors on the right
Thank
and
you.
left-hand
Hey,
side.
Monica.
The wheelchair entries underneath the Bronze Eagle in the center of our auditorium are 2 widest and lattice aisles to accommodate you. Now for everyone else, there are ramps and
Mrs.
stairs
Duncan.
that needs to stun also with voice
So
and
he
music.
can catch up
Watch
on
that.
his,
Please wait until doors are fully open for you.
subscribers
Thank you.
now. Because everybody has time on their hands now. So we're gonna all stay home and play on YouTube or go to Disneyland right before it closes and then go home.
So I don't know if you can see or not, but it's showing the boarding groups for the Rise of the Resistance ride is 91 through 121. We are group 150. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we will be riding the Rise of the Resistance here shortly.
Did you want to go see Mr. Lincoln?
Not right now. We'll go in a minute,
Okay.
since you're live and all.
So what is everybody doing?
Yes, that's exactly it.
It's like waiting for the cutting table on plans. Yeah, it is.
It's torture. I have been.
You started that queue when? This morning?
Yeah, I joined a backup group at, it was about 10:30, 11 o'clock this morning. It is currently 6 o'clock in the evening. And they gave us group 150 at 10:30, 11 o'clock this morning when I got that group. And they have been very, very, very slowly moving the line. And in all honesty, at about 3 o'clock, I thought that we were not going to be able to make it because my group was 150 and they were saying they were only at like 89 or something like that at 3 o'clock this afternoon. And we were thinking, okay, yeah, they're at like 89. It's barely halfway. We're not going to make it. But yeah. So we've got less than 30 now to go before they call our group. So I'm a happy camper if we are able to ride it because I have not yet ridden the ride because the couple of times we've been here since they opened it up, I've been able to get a boarding group. We are at Disneyland, Monica. We are at the...
Okay, Pam Smith.
Huh?
We're calling it Pam Smith.
Sorry. We are at Disneyland. We are in the Abraham Lincoln Theater with great moments with Abraham Lincoln. Eventually, you and your wonderful husband are going to have to come out this direction and come to Disneyland with us for the day.
And it's been raining a lot. And you think it was raining a lot? People are scared. What do? Go to Disneyland.
Even
He
though
makes it all
Disneyland's
better.
closing tomorrow for the rest of the month. Which Disneyland?
Never.
When does Disneyland close?
Never.
Never. Yeah. Oh, they don't really have many big rides here, Monica. Most of
Yeah,
the
no,
rides
not
here are
here.
small.
I can't do big rides either because I had a neck injury, so.
And they have a lot of shows and stuff here too, which is part of the reason why we really like it, because we can do the shows and stuff, especially on really hot days and really cool rainy days like this. It gives you a place to go
Yeah.
inside
You don't have
to
to
get
sit
away from the heat or
and do
away
nothing.
from the cool. Are you laughing at me because I'm still wiping sweat away?
Oh no, I'm not laughing. He says a single old man going alone is frowned upon. I don't think so. It's Disneyland.
Yeah, it's Disneyland. You can go whenever you want, however you want.
And if you said, hey, let's go to Disneyland, we'd meet you here.
Yep. Totally would.
The people with kids just look at you like, ugh, that's not fair.
Because they don't get to just run on all the rides that they want to. Because they're dragging little kids around that are screaming and yelling and throwing tantrums, and they're constantly having to stop at every princess and prince and everybody else to be able to stop and talk to them. Is it a lot to go? Yes. I'm not going to lie to you, Monica. It's expensive. What's the single park price now? It's like
I think it's $150.
Yeah, it's like $150 each ticket for a day.
They're closing for a couple of weeks. It'll
Danielle
be fine.
Larista met us at Disneyland.
Yeah, she met us for that.
Oh,
I do too, Greg. And they're telling us that they're giving pass holders an extended amount of time. So the time that they're closed, they're giving us at the end of our passes. So.
they actually,
And
Monica,
that's only for one park.
have a section of the park here that's called Fantasy
I
Fair.
hope we can too, Greg. Whenever you get a chance, you let us know.
And in the Fantasy Fair thing, they have a setup where you can go through and meet Cinderella and Ariel and who all did we meet that day? Cinderella and Ariel and Aurora were all in this one little building. And
Belle
then
has her own section.
Yeah, and then Belle was outside, and Tinkerbell has her own little spot that's called Pixie Hollow that she hangs out in, and you can meet her too.
Snow White has her own section too. Wait,
No, Snow White was in there. I'm pretty sure Snow White was in.
we did not meet Snow White in the same place that we met the
You're-
others. We met them
you're right.
outside
You're right.
the castle.
You're right. My bad. Sorry. And Rapunzel shows up out there with Flynn and Belle and the Beast and
Yep,
Aladdin and Jasmine.
they have a different place in the park. Aladdin and Jasmine have a different place in the park.
Okay.
And we've actually never gotten to see them. And the entire time that we've been here,
You're right.
we haven't looked for them either, so
No,
we know
we
where they
have not.
are. We just haven't went to see them.
Yeah, we did meet, was it Woody and,
Jesse.
no, it wasn't
and,
Woody and Jesse. It was
No.
Jesse
Woody,
and
Jesse,
Buzz.
Buzz.
And we've
We
met
took
Donald
pictures
and,
with Jesse and Buzz.
Yeah.
We did not take
and
pictures.
we met Donald and Daisy, I think, one day. And we've met Mickey and Minnie and Pluto and Chip and Dale
And Goofy.
and Goofy and we haven't met the toy soldiers, but we've seen them.
We have actually, because they surrounded me.
You're right, I forgot about that.
Because we said drop, and instead of dropping, now they just surround you. And then freeze. So it's kind of funny. What else did we see? We've seen.
There is not a
Mulan.
Harry Potter section here at Disneyland. That's at Universal Studios Hollywood, which is not too far from here. But there's a whole Harry Potter section where you can go into Hogwarts and Diagon Alley, and yeah, it's pretty cool.
Dub
We have not
C.
been there, though.
Hello, I don't remember ever seeing you. Welcome. Yeah, we do too. We were planning on going sometime this year, but
Didn't
sure,
happen.
it didn't happen.
And now
At least
that
not yet.
everything's closing because of executive orders and yada yada yada, yeah, I mean, there's enough hand sanitizer to be able to have like dealt with stuff, but we're not stressing about it. But apparently everybody else is. We miss you too, Monica. Especially, I really especially enjoy getting to sit and gab with your husband while he was hammering some steel and stuff in that Frankenforge that he and Drayson put together.
The sprinkled Drayson.
Yeah, the sprinkled Drayson Forge. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was. Ellen's already making plans for this year.
Yeah, unless he can figure out some way to book the tickets, I'm not seeing it happening.
She says may not make it this year.
Yeah.
Not sure yet. Greg's still hoping to go to Tokyo in July. I hope you get to go.
I don't know that I would, even as much as I'm not concerned about this virus and stuff, I don't know that I would want to travel over to those countries right now, in that part of the woods, or that part of the world right now. But
Just because they've locked down everything.
yeah, they lock everything down.
And you're like stuck there. And then what? So, we're just thankful to be able to celebrate today.
Yep, we're celebrating 10 years married today.
Oh, cool. Their anniversary is 4th of July.
That's all right, we translated well.
Where would you go?
Just sticking my hand in the gripper.
Okay, I don't like it.
I'm sorry, I'll quit.
He's shaking me. Yes, just for us, too.
Just for us, yes.
You know, we were actually really surprised. We were thinking there was going to be less people. There's actually quite a few people here today. It's not full by any stretch of the imagination, but it's been nice to not have it super, super crowded. Oh, cool, Galveston. Thank you so much. She says, happy anniversary.
Thank you, thank you.
I have some family that lives near Galveston. So what is everybody doing? Is it raining where you are?
It's 124.
124?
Yeah. 26 more to go. 26
From
more
Moscow
groups.
to Galveston. Certainly is away. It's raining there too.
Well, Temecula's not that far from here, so it's not surprising to me that
Is it?
It's not that far. Hey, Debaka, just so you know, every time that I see you type in Temecula, and every time I see somebody else talking about Temecula, everything in my head wants to just say tarantula. I don't know why.
Tarantula.
Yeah, he lives in Tarantula, California.
3 hours from here. Oh,
That's like
okay.
us driving
Yeah,
from
that's
our
like-
house
yeah.
to Disneyland. See? It's about an hour. It's like going to Victorville. Because Victorville's where Cracker Barrel is. That makes it a destination spot for us.
It was first named back in 1989.
1989 to now, it's been commonly, people call it tarantula. That's funny.
That's funny.
Well, that's because people are smart like me.
Oh, is that what it is? Oh, okay.
That's why they want to call it tarantula. Hey, there's a sixth person again.
I'm looking for hidden Mickeys in the rug in front of me.
I saw one in the bathroom earlier.
People who wanted Rancho California said Temecula sounded like tarantula. It does. You saw hidden Mickeys in the bathroom? I see hidden Mickeys right in front of me.
I saw a hidden Mickey in the bathroom. It was in the light fixture.
I was telling
the
you
main
about
walkway.
the light fixtures.
Yeah. You know I'm terrible at spotting them, so
At this time,
I
I'd
was
like to invite all the guests
surprised that I
across
actually
to the
saw
back
it.
lobby so we can watch the prologue presentation bring the moments of Mr. Lincoln on the screen. The prologue
See,
presentation
we've been
short
here
form
long
and
enough
develops
that they're
strategic
playing it
concepts,
again.
yes, Mr. Walters himself.
But there's
will be
a
able to
hidden
cite
Mickey,
most of the
like a
attractions
little
to you
patch
directly.
of hidden
For
Mickeys
you
right in
know,
front of me.
Elizabeth Abraham Lincoln was
on the
Walt
floor.
Disney's childhood hero.
And I like looking
Now,
for
please
them.
note that these are eating and drinking are spoken in the theater whatsoever campaign does plan to finish till 7.
But they're about to start playing the thing again.
And they spread it around. Want to see them?
While you are
See if I
waiting
can-
to enter the
let me see if I
theater,
can
may
change
we
the
present
camera.
as a prologue a brief bit of background about great
Sam?
moments with Mr. Lincoln.
Right there. Those flowers make a Mickey shape.
Yeah, I don't see it, but that's just me.
But Josh says he never sees them. So he never understands. Oh, see? Huh? He saw it.
It's okay. That's good for everybody that can see them. I just don't see them.
You don't see it.
I don't see a Mickey in
It's
that.
Denise! Hi, Denise!
Hello, Miss
Hi!
Barrett.
I'm so glad you liked your presents.
Plus, we sent salt. Lots of salt.
Yes, lots of salt.
One member of the state legislature.
We're at Disneyland. Did you hear Lincoln talking?
What up?
And now everybody's looking at us again. I should turn the camera around so you can actually see. Hold this so this doesn't
Yes.
fall. Watch. Hold on a second.
Turn
They're
the
not going to
camera
know that
around.
I'm like actually
I'll
filming.
see.
But look at all these
You
people.
can see the White House.
You can see the White House.
Sorry, the Capitol building, not the White House.
The Capitol building.
But it's your
See,
responsibility,
okay, the
gentlemen.
Capitol building.
Which way they
But
go
there's all
from.
these people watching the screen above our heads.
Gentlemen, you can give them a
So
chance to become morally responsible.
he's looking at the front behind us with the hidden Mickey. Can you see it?
Who is
He's
dead
looking
in the
for
White
a
House?
hidden Mickey.
Oh, he's looking for it.
And the answer
Whoa.
Don't report, folks.
Sorry. I'm trying to turn the
was
camera
killed
around.
by an assassin
She almost reported you,
Sorry,
Devaka.
I didn't mean to.
and a loud burst
Now I
of
wanna
grief from
look.
the crowd awoke me from my dream.
Me too. That's one of our favorites. He said he likes great moments with this weekend. Yay! I'm so glad. I couldn't watch your video because it was so loud, and I was trying to play it, and I was
Ever
like, I
since I
can't
was a
even hear.
youngster,
I can't
I've had a
hear. I
great
see it
personal
sometimes.
admiration for Abraham Lincoln. So when we decided to bring to Disneyland's visitors some great moments in Mr. Lincoln's life, we began an exhaustive research. We wanted to bring to the people of today the inspiring words of the man who held this nation together during its moment of greatest crisis, the Civil War. To start with, we were fortunate in being able to secure this life mask
You know, I don't
for
think
the
we've ever
16th
done
Yeah,
that.
they don't have that
This
here,
is
I don't
actually a
think.
copy of an
Or if they
original
do,
mask
it's
by the
one that
sculptor
we
Leonard
haven't,
Volk.
because you have to
Before
pay
Lincoln was
separately
president,
for
before
that,
Lincoln
those
was
tours.
president, before he had
I
a
don't
beard.
think we've done that one.
I don't
During our
even
exhaustive
remember
research
hearing
into
that
Lincoln's
that's actually
life, we
available.
studied his mannerisms, his gestures, and even his voice characteristics to create a faithful likeness of this honored man. The final result is so
Jerry's
lifelike
passion.
that you might find it hard to believe. Now let's go into the Opera House and listen carefully to the words of Mr. Lincoln, spoken by him a century ago, but which still apply today to free men everywhere.
Thank you very much. You're very welcome.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, if you will pass through the doors leading to our theater, we welcome you to
127.
great
23.
moments with Mr.
23
Lincoln.
left to go.
All right, folks, stand time to register
So
for
we
the
have
carpet. That's our
23 left
safety
to go. Does that mean we
Our
have to
heavy
go
metal
somewhere?
electronic doors will be open towards us.
Sorry,
Be
what?
Does
careful
that mean we
with
have to go
Now, please
somewhere?
remember
Until they
that
call
there's
our
no
number.
drinking or smoking in the
Once
theater
they
whatsoever.
actually
If you
call
have any
our
of
number,
those,
we can
find
go.
officials up, put those away, or throw those away.
He's still
As there's no
looking at
being
the
solar park
queues.
Saturday evening during the show,
We're
you
like
get about
20
2
away
minutes
now.
park the base solar
Really
outside of
want to
right in front of
ride
glass
of the
doors on
Rise of the
right-hand
Resistance.
You can't even say the word.
No, I can't. I'm so excited about it that I'm stuttering.
Our two widest glass aisles to accommodate you and your family. Now, for everyone else, the ramps and stairs and everything, it's not all level going. So
Oh,
please
you didn't see
watch
my
the
ears.
step.
Look at my ears.
Please wait until the doors are fully open for entry. Thank you.
And they're opening the doors for the
Yes,
second
they are
time.
opening the doors again. And if we are going to actually watch this one before we head to Rise of the Resistance, it's probably a good idea if we go see this one. Otherwise, we're
Greg says
probably gonna
the
miss
Rise
it.
of the Resistance is amazing.
I
Okay,
know
you
it
guys,
is.
this is starting. So, oh, Mac the Knife. I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't think I remember you either. Sorry. I guess open. So we are going to say goodbye, and we will see you later on.
See you soon. God bless. Thanks for
Stay safe, everybody.
hanging out with us.